The film opens in a chaotic suburban home outside Chicago, buzzing with the frantic energy of the McAllister family preparing for a Christmas trip to Paris. A police officer stands in the foyer, trying to get attention amidst the noise, asking children to answer the phone and inquiring about a suitcase. The house is overrun with cousins and siblings. A girl screams about stolen hair dryers, while the officer tries to wrangle the children, calling out to a little boy and girls, only to be told to take the witches. He attempts to ask a woman for help making beds, but is ignored. Kevin complains to his mother, asking why he can't watch a movie when the big kids can, arguing that it isn't even rated R, and calling Uncle Frank a jerk. His mother, distracted on the phone, dismisses him, saying if Uncle Frank says no, it must be bad. The chaos continues. Peter asks his wife if she picked up a voltage adapter, wondering how he will shave in France. His wife suggests growing a goatee. His dad hands him over to his uncle, who tells him he should pack his suitcase. Kevin is stunned and feels helpless. He asks his cousins to help with his suitcase, but nobody wants to assist him. One even tells him that his mother would help him, and he shouldn't be worried, which makes Kevin even angrier. Later, Kevin goes to his brother's room to ask if he can sleep there because he is afraid to be alone. His brother refuses and tells them a horror story about how their neighbor killed his whole family with a snow shovel and turned them into mummies. This terrifies Kevin. Soon, they hide when the old man starts looking at them. The pizza guy arrives, driving like crazy and even crashing into the front statue of the house. The police officer, still waiting, finally intercepts Peter McAllister. The officer introduces himself as a concerned public servant checking for holiday security precautions. Peter proudly lists his timers and locks while being dragged toward the pizza. The family sits down to eat while Kevin tries to find his pizza. Chaos erupts when Kevin finds his plain cheese pizza has been eaten by Buzz. Kevin tackles Buzz, causing milk to spill all over the passports and tickets. This makes the whole family mad at Kevin. His uncle calls Kevin a moron, and Kate drags him away to be grounded on the third floor. Kevin defends himself, claiming Buzz ate the pizza on purpose, but Kate banishes him. While taking Kevin upstairs, she pays the pizza guy. The police officer asks her more questions, and she tells him they are leaving tomorrow for a trip to Paris. He winks at Kevin, tells them not to worry about the house, and leaves. As he is marched upstairs, Kevin wishes he didn't have a family, telling his mother that families suck. Kate tells him to stay upstairs, and Kevin darkly retorts that he hopes he never sees any of them again. Kate challenges him to say it again, and he wishes they would all disappear. During the night, a storm knocks out the power lines, resetting the alarm clocks, which causes the family to wake up very late. The family is in a rush. Everyone is running to get ready as quickly as possible. In the mad dash to the airport vans, a neighbor kid, Mitch Murphy, wanders over to chat about the trip and the van's gas mileage, getting caught up in the head count. The eldest cousin counts heads and mistakes the neighbor's back for Kevin's, tallying 11 kids. She even admits she counted all the heads when Kate asks. They rush to the airport, barely making the flight. As the plane takes off, Peter and Kate relax in first class, sipping champagne, hoping they didn't forget anything. Back at the house, Kevin wakes up to silence. He thinks his wish came true. He calls out for his mom, goes through every sister's room, and finds no one. He runs through the house, finding it empty. He realizes the cars are still there and concludes he made his family disappear. He celebrates his freedom, running around screaming, eating junk food, playing with Buzz's gun, and watching rubbish TV. He puts in a gangster movie, Angels with Filthy Souls, where a character named Johnny threatens another man named Snakes about money before shooting him. Kevin gleefully mimics the line, "Keep the change, you filthy animal." Mid-flight, Kate feels a terrible sinking sensation that they forgot something. She runs through a checklist: coffee, locks, garage. Suddenly, she screams, "Kevin!" While he is living his best life, the parents are horrified. The pilot tries to call, but the lines are cut. Meanwhile, the police officer from the beginning reveals his true colors. He is Harry, a burglar. He and his partner Marv, the Wet Bandits, are scouting the neighborhood. Marv explains their moniker comes from his habit of leaving the water running in robbed houses. They spot the McAllister house to rob, grab their crowbar, and go to the home. Kevin, sleeping, wakes up from their noise and rushes to the room to turn on all the house lights. This makes the bandits think there is still someone in the house, So they return to their car while Kevin hides under a bed. In Paris, Kate calls the police from a payphone, explaining her son is home alone. The police transfer her to Family Crisis Intervention, then back to the police, treating it as a non-emergency since the child isn't currently being murdered. Finally, they agree to send a patrol car. Kevin, still under the bed, finally decides not to be afraid anymore and goes to face them. However, the old man neighbor scares him, causing him to scream, rush back to the house, and hide under the bed. At the same time, the policeman arrives and starts to knock on the door to check on Kevin. Too afraid to open it, Kevin stays hidden, leading the policeman to report the house is secure. In Paris, the family is stuck because every flight is booked until Friday. If they wait at the airport, there might be a possibility of a seat, so Kate decides to wait by herself. In the house, Kevin is living his best life, using all his family's things. He breaks a shelf while trying to climb it. Later, he goes to the supermarket. He sees the robber's van, which he thinks is the Murphys' van, but realizes they have gone to Florida. In the Murphys' home, Harry and Marv are robbing the place like never before, destroying everything. Soon, the McAllisters call the house to check on Kevin, but Marv hears the message saying they are in Paris. He tells Harry he was right, and they plan to rob that house tonight. Marv leaves the water running, saying all the great ones leave their mark. At the supermarket, Kevin tries to buy a toothbrush. He asks a question, but soon the old man arrives beside him. Terrified, Kevin rushes out of the supermarket without paying the bill. While they follow him, he manages to escape the man and the policeman on the ice. Harry and Marv finally finish up at the neighbor's house. While they argue, they nearly hit Kevin with their van as he walks by. Harry warns Kevin to watch out for traffic and winks at him, which makes Kevin remember him. Harry gets a bad feeling because Kevin looks at him strangely and starts to follow him, but Kevin also gets a bad feeling and starts to run. He hides in the church to disappear from them, telling himself to get ready for when they come back at night. When the bandits return, the house looks full of people with a party going on. In reality, it is just cardboard cutouts and toys moving around. This tricks the robbers into thinking it is full of people, so they decide to come back tomorrow. Meanwhile, in Paris, the family finally realizes the gravity of the situation. They frantically try to call neighbors, but everyone is gone for the holidays. Back at the house, Kevin orders a pizza. The driver crashes into the statue again. When he tries to deliver the message at the back door, Kevin is waiting with the movie clip. After receiving the order and giving the money, he fast-forwards to the shooting part, making the pizza boy run for his life. Kevin enjoys his cheese pizza alone. Back at the airport, Kate begs an old lady to exchange her first-class ticket, a ring, a watch, and her earrings so she can take the plane that day. Finally, they agree. In the house, Kevin is all by himself looking at family photos. In the morning, he is dancing and singing a Christmas song. He goes to a shop to buy things and lies, saying he is with his mother and is an only child. The cashier asks him where he lives, but he refuses to tell her. When he gets home, Harry and Marv are watching the house closely, trying to figure it out. They send Harry to check if someone is home. Kevin is doing the dishes and plays the movie immediately when he sees him. Harry hears the dialogue in horror. Kevin lights some firecrackers as the gunfire opens up. Harry runs for his life and tells Marv someone was blown away, not knowing it was a movie. Fearing for their lives but determined, they decide to wait and see who is in the home in case the police come. Kate is stuck in transit screaming to get a ticket. Soon, a band member excuses himself into the argument to talk to her. He tells her they can give her a ride home. This is a big relief, and she accepts the deal. After a long time of waiting, the bandits finally realize they have been scammed by a kid. They realize he is home alone and plan to get back into the house that night at 9 o'clock, saying kids are scared of the dark. Kevin overhears every part of their plan. Realizing the bandits will return, Kevin goes to see Santa Claus. He makes a wish, not for candy or a toy, but for his family to come back, even though he wished them to disappear first. Kevin goes home alone, thinking how much family means when you lose everything. He goes to the church. Hearing a beautiful song, he meets the old man he has been scared of, Old Man Marley. Marley approaches, giving him a smile and a Christmas wish. He sits by Kevin's side and tells him that he can say hi when he sees him. Marley reveals the rumors about him aren't true. He shares his trauma. He and his son had a fight years ago and haven't spoken since. Kevin advises Marley to call his son to know the truth. saying he is too old to be afraid. Marley encourages Kevin to go home, and they wish each other a Merry Christmas. Kevin runs home. When the bell rings, it is time to defend the house with all the power he has. He opens up a map, sets toys in the front, pours water to freeze on the stairs, heats up the door handle, and nails tar on the stairs, doing everything he can to keep the house safe. The clock strikes 9. The wet bandits arrive. Harry and Marv approach the house. It is finally showtime. Before Kevin starts his dinner, he gets his gun ready. The bandits try to trick Kevin into opening the door by claiming to be Santa Claus and his elf, offering presents. Kevin responds by shooting a BB gun through the mail slot, hitting Marv in the groin. Harry screams in pain. Furious, Marv goes to check on the back but finds a gun straight in his face. He decides to go around but slips on the icy stairs, hurting his back. Harry attempts the front steps, slipping and flipping into the air, landing hard on his back. He reaches for the front doorknob, unaware it is superheated. He screams as the hot metal brands his hand with an M. He plunges his hand into the snow to cool it. Marv finally gets the basement door open and enters the dark house. He pulls a light cord, which releases a hot steam iron from a laundry chute. The iron slams into his face, leaving a perfect imprint. Kevin jumps for joy seeing his work. Marv stumbles upstairs where his bare feet step onto a staircase covered in tar. As he struggles to pull his feet free, he steps on a large nail. He screams again, falling down the stairs. Harry attempts to enter through the back door, but triggers a blowtorch rigged to the frame. The flame blasts the top of his head, setting his hat and hair on fire. He runs outside to bury his head in the snow. They fall again and again into Kevin's traps. The two bandits meet inside the house, battered and furious. They spot Kevin at the top of the stairs. Kevin taunts them, calling them morons. They rush up the stairs, but they fail due to his Lego toys, giving Kevin time to disappear. Harry dodges the first paint can, warning Marv, but Marv gets hit squarely in the face. Kevin swings another, hitting Harry and knocking out his gold tooth. Kevin calls the police and flees to the attic, climbing out the window to a zipline connected to his treehouse. He taunts the bandits again. Harry and Marv try to follow, but Kevin cuts the rope, sending them swinging and smashing into the brick wall of the house. Kevin runs to the neighbor's house, which he knows is empty, but has a phone line. Harry and Marv, however, anticipate this and ambush him. They capture Kevin and hang him on a door hook. They describe their revenge plans, biting off his fingers, boiling his cojones in motor oil, and smashing his face with an iron. Just as Harry prepares to bite Kevin's finger, Old Man Marley appears behind them. He wields his snow shovel and knocks both bandits unconscious with heavy blows. The police arrive shortly after, having been called by Kevin under the name Murphy. As the bandits are shoved into the police car, they see Kevin watching from the window. Marv realizes that the Wet Bandit's nickname, leaving the water running, was what led the police to track every house they robbed. Kevin wakes up the next morning, Christmas Day. He runs downstairs hoping to find his family, but the house is still empty. He feels disappointed. Suddenly, the front door opens. It's Kate. She calls out for Kevin. They rush to each other and hug. Kate apologizes, and Kevin simply says he is glad to see her. Moments later, the rest of the family bursts in. They took the morning flight Kate didn't want to wait for. Buzz compliments Kevin for not burning the place down. Peter finds the gold tooth on the floor and wonders what it is. Kevin looks out the window and sees Old Man Marley hugging his son and granddaughter, their relationship healed. Buzz then yells from upstairs, demanding to know what Kevin did to his room. The film ends with Kevin fleeing the scene of his latest crime. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. See you soon.